Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Not at the studio yet. Later day for me because we're going to be going live for the game, preseason game number 2 tonight. Friday night Knicks is back. We'll be live at about 7 or so, right before game time, probably at a half hour before game time. So come join us for a watch party on the channel, play-by-play. We'll have some fun. We'll have some drinks, audience interaction. We'll get your thoughts up on screen. So subscribe and join us for the watch party tonight on the channel. Knicks, Pacers, Friday night Knicks. Let's just watch Jalen Brunson play basketball because that is pretty freaking fun. See you there tonight. If you're going to be there, I want you to type me in the comment section. I want to see who can I expect to be there. But the reason for today's video is because Twitter and Knicks Twitter is on fire. A couple of days ago at Golden State Warriors practice, Jordan Poole and Draymond Green got into an altercation. No reports of a punch. Nothing like that. It was a physical altercation, but no one said really any punches, and especially not any punches to the face were thrown. But the video via TMZ came out this morning, and it was bad. Draymond Green stole off on Jordan Poole in the face. And it has Knicks Twitter on fire. Should we go trade for Jordan Poole? Can Jordan Poole ever play with the Warriors again? I mean, I understand all of that, but I first want to talk about the fight, and then we'll go on, because this relates to the 90s Knicks, because guys like Chris Childs right now on Twitter are saying, good thing there weren't videos of practices of the Knicks back in the 90s, because it was way worse than this. But if you haven't seen the video, go to my Twitter, at @MarshallGreen_. It's on there. I'll watch it right now and break it down to you guys. So they're talking Draymond Green's like at the three-point line in the corner, but closer to where the coaches would stand. And Jordan Poole is where like you would inbounds it underneath the ball, underneath the goal if you were inbounding the ball. And Draymond, there's no audio, so we don't know what's being said. But you could tell that they're jaw-jacking back and forth, talking a little mess. And then Draymond starts to closely walk up to him. And then he gets in his face, and Jordan Poole just pushes him off to get off of him. And Draymond comes in with the full I wouldn't call it a haymaker, but a nice, strong jab. And he drops him. Jordan Poole falls against the backdrop behind the goal. And Draymond Green just corrals all over the top of him. And people are wondering, can they ever play together again? Like, if there's that type of altercation, whoever let this video leak out from the Golden State Warriors staff, they ought to be fired. Probably the whole staff should be fired if they ever figure that out. TMZ always finds a way to get their hands on this. But everyone is saying, do we need to go save Jordan Poole? And it makes some sense that maybe the Golden State Warriors would be interested in trading a guy like Jordan Poole. Also, now with this, can him and Draymond Green? I mean, look, if I was the Golden State Warriors, I would choose Jordan Poole over Draymond Green. Draymond Green is on his way out. He's still a great defender, still a great teammate. He's a winner, all that. I get that. But Jordan Poole is much younger. He's not even scratching the surface of the type of player he could be. And if they were to trade Jordan Poole, it would be because he's looking for a max contract extension. He saw how much money was being given out to guards that could shoot this offseason. There were a lot of people that got a lot of money. And Jordan Poole, after what he did in the playoffs and the finals and to help the Golden State Warriors get back on top, do they really want to pay him a max contract? Because you got guys like Wiggins. Klay Thompson's going to need more money. Draymond Green's going to need more money. You got James Wiseman coming down the pipeline. He looks really good so far in preseason. There are players on that team, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. There's guys that are going to be coming up for monster contracts. And do they want to pay Jordan Poole the max? So let's examine why it would make sense, or if it would make sense for the New York Knicks. No official rumors on this. We're just talking hoops, me and you. I want to ask you right now, though, before I give you my kind of opinion. Should the Knicks trade for Jordan Poole? Do you think they should try to go save him from that situation? Do you think Draymond Green, Jordan Poole could ever get back from this? Was this a sucker punch? I have so many questions I want you guys to answer, so I'm just going to ask them all at once. Was this a sucker punch? I mean, hand down, man down, like a wise man once, Mark Jackson, said, but I just don't think you do that to your teammate, someone that's 10 years younger than you, and like you're the adult there, and you're much bigger, you're much stronger, but we know Draymond Green is I don't know if bullies is the right word, but he kind of acts in that mindset. But was it a cheap shot? Y for yes, N for no. Should the Knicks go and trade for Jordan Poole? Type T for trade, type P for pass. And this is why you subscribe, guys. Hit that big red button because we also have news coming out about the injury report heading into the preseason game this Friday night about Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier, all that. Probably should have said that off the top of the show, but I was a little excited watching this punch. I woke up this morning and saw it, and it got me kind of hyped up. And it obviously got Knicks Twitter hyped up. But subscribe, hit that big red button. We're going live tonight. We're trying to get to 14,000 subs. I'm not sure if the Knicks should go and trade for a guy like Jordan Poole because it's going to cost so much. You're going to have to pay him a max contract, and you're going to have to give up a lot of assets for him. And the reason, it's not that I wouldn't trade for him. I like Jordan Poole a lot. I think he'd be a good player on this team. A little bit questionable about his defense with Brunson and him and RJ in the backcourt. I would love to add him. I want to add more great players, no doubt about it. But it really comes down to the Warriors side of things for me. They have the type of culture where I think they could bounce back from this. Maybe they trade Draymond Green. Maybe they suspend Draymond Green for a couple of weeks. I think they'll figure this out. I mean, if the Knicks really wanted to trade for him, they could offer guys like Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes. We know all the trade packages. We talked all about it this summer with Donovan Mitchell. There are ways they could offer an appealing package. I'm just not sure if the Warriors would accept it. They just won the title. Do they want to break it up? It is a messy situation. It's crazy. It just makes me think, and Twitter's talking about it as well, what those 90s Knicks practices were like. Like, how many fights went down that we didn't see? Like, oh, it would have been a great time to be just a little fly on the wall in those Knicks practices. We do have some news, really breaking news to get to. Cam Reddish rolled his ankle in Wednesday's preseason game against the Detroit Pistons in the first half. Didn't play the rest of the game. He was questionable yesterday on the injury report. We told you guys about that. That's why you subscribe. But he is going to play today. So that is good news for Cam Reddish. He's already going to play today. And Evan Fournier is not going to play because of rest. He played in the Eurobasket all summer long. They're resting him. No Quentin Grimes yet again. So does that mean Cam Reddish could get the start? Could Cam Reddish start tonight and show everybody, me, you, Leon, Tom, Worldwide West, is tonight the night that Cam Reddish plays 30 minutes, albeit, yes, it is a preseason game, but he has something to prove, especially in Tom Thibodeau's eyes, if he wants to crack this rotation. Right now, I view him as the 11th man. I don't see Tibbs going deeper than 10, and seeing him go 10 deep is also even just a stretch. But tonight's the night for Cam Reddish. I know it's preseason, and we don't want to overreact to preseason too much. But if he comes out, has a great game, looks good next to RJ, good next to Jalen, plays well, pushes the pace, plays defense, knocks down shots, plays like that 6'8", 6'9" wing that he was supposed to be coming out of Duke, could he get closer and closer to not just being a part of this rotation, but maybe the starting lineup? I don't know if he's going to start. I mean, look, could they start quickly? Could they start McBride next to Brunson? Could they start RJ at the 2 and Cam at the 3? There's a lot of stuff they could do. But you know Cam is fighting like hell to play. I mean, he just rolled his ankle and was forced to miss the whole second half. So he's fighting like hell. I think the Knicks recognize that, and they know the preseason is the time to figure out what you have in guys that aren't in your rotation.